Hi there, welcome to mission 29 of my Stalingrad campaign. I'm flying the A-20B. We're going to carpet bomb an enemy strongpoint. It's phase 7 of the campaign now, which is called Unternehmen Wintergewitter, aka Operation Winter Storm. This was the German 4th Panzer Army's unsuccessful attempt to break through the Soviet encirclement of the German 6th Army west of Stalingrad. My A-20 squadron is based at Kletskaya. The flight plan is to head south, RV with our escorts, and then continue on towards the enemy strongpoint, which is on the front line. Here's what the strongpoint looks like. It's a collection of tanks, supply trucks, artillery guns, anti-air guns, and machine gun posts arranged in a diamond formation. We'll pass over the strongpoint from a northerly direction and see how many of these units we can take out. Alright, we have RV'd with the escorts and we're continuing on towards target on a bearing of 160 degrees. I'm flying at 7,000 feet or 2,000 meters, and we're just above the clouds, so I'm a bit concerned about visibility over target. Once we're through this current patch of cloud, I'm going to take a look ahead and make a decision on whether to descend or stay at this altitude. Looking ahead, there is cloud over target, so I'm going to descend to cloud base. I've dropped to 5,500 feet, which is about 1,500 meters. That puts us just under cloud base and gives us a clear run on target. The other bombers are in formation, so we are ready to do the bomb drop. Escorts are overhead. And there is our target, just in front of the forested area, in front of the river. Let's set up the bomb site. Altitude is 1,500 meters. Current airspeed is 370 kilometers an hour, but I've just opened the bomb bay doors, so that will cause a bit of drag. So I've set the airspeed to 350 kilometers an hour. The weather report doesn't show values for 1,500 meters, so I've got to interpolate a little bit. I'm going to go with a wind speed of 17 meters per second from a bearing of about 60 degrees. Our current heading is 160 degrees. So the wind is blowing from about 100 degrees from our port side. So the wind is going to have a significant effect and push the bombs off to the right once they're released. Let's check how far it's going to cause the bombs to drift. Now it's quite a lot. It's probably 2 crosshairs distance over to the right. So when we look ahead, we're currently left of target, so that's looking good. We will drift towards it with the wind. It's quite a difficult target to spot. There's a road that leads into the strongpoint, and there's just a few units that we can see from this distance on the ground. As we get closer, I'm bringing the viewing angle down to the bomb drop angle, and I'm using the break in the tree line there as my guide in towards the target. The Strongpoint is in view now. Bombs away. There we are, that's a pretty good drop. We've destroyed quite a few units there. Let's take another look at that from ground level. There are a few tanks there that we've missed, and the thing is with these 100-kilo bombs, you have to drop them within 2 or 3 meters of heavy armor, otherwise they have no effect. But we've managed to take out most of the other softer targets. We've made our 180-degree turn to Egress. The rest of the bombers are just forming up on me. There's some fighter activity going on behind us. Let's take a look at that from the rear gunner position. I can see shots going out there, and I think one of our escorts has just been taken out. So there are bandits in the area. We've climbed back up to cloud level to Egress, and I'm not sure if I'm comfortable with that. I want to be able to see what's going on behind me. So I'm going to bring the formation back down to cloud base. Leveling off at around 5,700 feet. We are in friendly territory and heading north back towards home base. As we're heading north, I have spotted a bandit at my 7 o'clock position. It's about 5 kilometers away at the moment. Not sure where our escorts are. This plane is now coming back towards our formation, and there's a second plane behind him, which I'm guessing might also be a bandit. He's on my 6, so I can't use the gun anymore. Time for evasive maneuvers. Let's see if I can shake him off. The 109s are undeterred. He's taking shots at my wingman. Looks like he's done some major damage to engine number 1. The rear gunners managed to land a few hits as he goes through, and he's got a fuel leak. The second 109 is coming in now for me. He gets good hits and almost sends me into a spin, but I've managed to catch it and level off. I've taken damage to my port side engine, and I've also got damage to my tail, missing my right elevator and plenty of holes in my rudder. I'm down at treetops. The 109 is over my head and turning left, probably to come back in for another attack run. Here he comes. But little does he know, one of our escorts has finally caught up to us and is on his 6 right now. Awesome job by the LA-5 pilot. Takes out the 109. Give that man a medal. The 109s have been dealt with. We can now RTB. We've made it back to Kletskaya. I've climbed to about 4,500 feet. I've been keeping an eye on the engine instruments, but everything looks okay. So I think the damage I took to engine number 1 must have been quite minor. The damage to the tail is quite significant though, and I think I got pretty lucky there that it didn't get blown off completely. We've just had clearance to land. The bombers have broken formation to prepare for their landing approach. On my final approach, it's quite difficult to spot the runway in the snow. I think I'm lined up now. I can see the T marker ahead. I've touched down a little bit short of the runway, but it's a really nice touchdown. I'm leaking quite a bit of fuel. I hadn't realised my fuel tanks had been hit that much. But there we are, made it back safe and sound. Mission complete. My mission stats are not that impressive really, 2 transport vehicles and 1 AAA gun, but the stats for the squadron overall are much better. 8 vehicles taken out and 18 armaments, including 6 machine gun posts and 8 artillery guns. Thanks for watching, see you next time.